Okay, we are back in Monster Hunter World. So, I dealt with Kushala off camera, as you can see in the top right corner, but I still need to work on the others. So this is the current set I've been using. I am thinking about swapping out the boots. Let's see, this gives me what exactly? 2 points in guard versus the handicraft. And what I'm kind of curious about is... well, this has... okay. So yeah, we're going to swap it over to this. I forgot that this also had attack up in it, so that does help somewhat. In terms of all my active skills, I actually do need to look. So that puts my attack boost at 5, defense is at 2. I'm going to swap that out eventually, but I could do that right now for the attack boost. It's just going after someone this time. I have that 1 point in Aquatic Expert. I'd probably... like, if I wanted to be optimal, I could swap that out for literally anything else. It's just, I don't remember how Agitator works, to be precise. Oh well. So, we're gonna take everything as is. Using the Urgon chest plate because I want to bust stuff, and the quest we're going on is Wildspire Bolero. So we're going to be dealing with Kulu Ya-Ku, Barroth, Jyuratodus, so I guess actually taking the Mire Walker will be fine for that. Ian, and then Belos making the first appearance on the channel. Now I don't know where Kulu Ya-Ku is going to appear at, and why not? It's worth a lot. I don't know if you actually get anything special in terms of like items for doing this one. The Street Fighter one is not publicly available, and I don't know in fighting games, so not even Super Smash Brothers. Basically, I have to wait for everyone else to get access. So anyway, I'm taking the Thunder Lance because it's going to help against Ian. It's not going to be ideal for Belos, but we can cross that bridge when we get to it. It's just, I do need to make something before we head out. And that is Screamer Pods, which I actually have 15 of already, so never mind. So in case you're wondering, you want these for Belos. Otherwise, it gets annoying. You'll see what I mean when we get there. So we can take 3 Screamers, that will be enough, I hope. Now, I don't know if anything else can show up because we're fighting 5 monsters here. I seriously would not be surprised if this took like 35-40 minutes. The annoying part will be, for some of these, I actually do have to locate them because I don't really care to fight them normally, and as a result, my research level is kinda low. I haven't found any carrier ants for a while. If you're wondering about Kushala, I guess I could look into finding it. I tried using the Nerdinante Lance. I'm not sure that's really a good idea. Grab a stone for now. So I think Kulu Ya-Ku is over here, but I'm not really sure. Keep in mind, if you want to fish, by all means, this is one of the spots to do it. There was some sort of wildlife there that I didn't pay attention to. I'll show you how you can make Screamer Pods, or at the very least just obtain them at the end of this video. I'll take water moss for now. So I'm getting a little concerned I'm not seeing any tracks. I've actually done so little here that I don't even have the quests, which are the Elder Dragon quest thing completed. Kind of want to say it's going to be Teostra, but I do not know that for sure. Kind of guessing. Okay, so mining's one of my things. There's Barroth. Okay, I thought I had to hunt these in order, but sure, we'll deal with this guy first. So the puddle pods are going to be helpful for knocking the mud off of him, then we can attack his exposed flesh. One thing to keep in mind is I do not have a perfect weapon for this. And it would really suck if blows showed up right here. Keep in mind I do not have earplugs. Come at me. Stupid Vespoids are in the way. So remember, the puddle pods are good for knocking the parts right off. And I think we just knocked them off. So the incentive for running the chest plate is it makes it easier to break parts. So if I really want to, I could go in for the head. It's just to make that a little bit easier, you generally want mind's eye. And mind's eye would definitely help with blows. So in case you're wondering, I'm just going for the tail to be in charge. There is a chance I can get a wyvern gem, which, to be really blunt, I do need. It's just not. Oh, that's right. Stand still, let me beat you. I just noticed I don't have my blue sharpness anymore. So Engineer's going to kick in. Can't tell if this is just really big or if it's awkward terrain while he can't hit me. So anyway, he's going to stagger on off. You know, everybody think he was drunk. Believe it or not, I'm going to switch back to puddle. So anyway, he should go to his swamp to recuperate. I just don't know what's the fastest way there. It looks like I went the wrong way. There should have been a mining spot down there. Yeah, this one's sparkling, we'll do it. Like, I don't even know if I still need the Fusium. I don't know how many of Urgon's things require it. I should have the gloves. The boots and the chest plate. Will this actually stop it? Looks like it didn't even hurt him. Is there water moss back here? So I'm swapping out for fresh puddle pods in case I run into Jyuratodus, or whatever its name is. And lo and behold. Don't give me that. Really bad time. So that should be everything. I just gotta break the parts. And yeah, I don't really care about Barroths. He takes off. That's all well and good. I don't care. Looks like there's some nice in here. The baddies rooms have very cold. Not seeing Kulu Ya-Ku anywhere. Okay, you're starting to piss me off. So we gotta send a message here. And he is not going down with the fight. So nothing can actually break off of him, but I want to bust his tail. Have some. See, that just broke. We also got his leg. Now, because the map in the bottom left corner is still red, that means he's still interested in doing something. So he does have some pretty amount of armor. It's just not going to meet anything where it's going to use. And he water. Not cool. Okay, so if you notice the map changed color, he's on his way out. So I'm going to look to finish Barroth, since I know he's kind of weak. And I do carry nullberries around. So goodbye, water blight. So he already woke up and everything, which isn't really a problem. I'm just going to climb up here and try to mount him. Hey, remember me, buddy? That looks like it hurt. So I want to stab up here to try to break his face. Don't fear the reaper. Go light. So he knocked the dude out there. I just realized I didn't grab the quest items, the first aid meds or the rations, did I? So, next target is... there's Kulu Ya-Ku. We will be going for Jyuratodus. So, let's warp over here. Already burned up quite a bit of time. Like, just because of that function, the Farcaster isn't really as strong as it used to be, I'd say. The incentive to actually carrying one around is because I think you can warp out while something is arrowed on you, because you can only use this map instant travel function if nothing is after you. Which, let's face it, is rarely the case. Sadly, the Gajau are not going to let me carve this in peace. Kind of wish Spike would go over there and give him a piece of his mind. So that's a Fin plus. Keep in mind there shouldn't be any materials I need. My water lance is maxed. And I guess if I really wanted to, once Ian goes down, I could look into changing out my weapon. You should be able to go to camp and do that. As for what exactly I'd grab, though, that's the thing. I'm missing the Legiana gem in order to make the ice weapon. And this is a long way away. Hold on, is there a... let's use this one. I'm missing the Legiana gem, so that I can't make it. Otherwise I can make the final ice lance, which actually does have white sharpness, believe it or not. Kind of hoping like new tiers will be unlocked when you start doing tempered monsters. I don't know if those are supposed to be like the G rank of the game. So, right down here should still be awake. Up. Sleeping on the job. Dock the sky, day's pay. So sadly, I don't have a good slinger pod to disarm it. I don't know if a puddle can do it or not. Not holding the rock right now. It's a bit of a punching noise now. So the tail doesn't come off, it's just a easy spot to hit. And this dude is dropping it. It's that person that knocks you back, you can't counter So we'll get a new piercing pod. And it's time to carve the bird. Thing is, I don't think there's anything I need off of him, so his parts will just be sitting in my inventory most likely. Anyway, we're 15 minutes in, 2 monsters left, and unfortunately they're the big two. So I'm not even sure where to begin looking for Ian. Aha. There she is. So let's mark her. And we'll move to intercept. So this one's going to be a little tricky, I want to say. Actually, the terrain's not as bad as I thought it would be. Giddy up! Tail. Now keep in mind, I don't need her gem or anything, so she spins twice. Good enough. One, and so once again, cutting off the tail is just a spite type thing. Kind of wonder what the reward screen's going to look like at the end of this, because it's 5 monsters. These definitely do have lower health than normal, just because you have to remember I've killed 3 of them in like 5 minutes each. Granted, some of that was actually fine with them. They're dropping the could be a sitting duck, but she wasn't used. And the good news is she's staying on the ground. Bad news is she is so big I can't reach her. She may just trample me to death. Starting to annoy me. So remember, as long as those flames are in her mouth, she's still not happy. And I accidentally cut off the top. So I get the feeling Agitator would be a lot more effective if I actually had teammates to properly draw aggro. So we get a Spike Plus. In case you're wondering, I have not really fought a lot of blows, but I know where to find that thing. It should not be very far from the desert where we start everything with Barroth. thing I'm worried about is it could be burrowed and I may not realize it and kind of ignore it. So, down here. What is this? Not sure which palico this is, but I'll take you. Okay, it's the researcher, and luckily it was right here. So I need to find out where the paratoads are, and I can abuse those on them. Because otherwise you get paralyzed. Toad has no power this way. I thought I could reach its face. This is the first. I don't think I've ever been staggered at this high health. Okay, just broke her face. These are actually bomb pods. So I don't know where she goes exactly to sleep. What I'm concerned about is she looks like she's heading straight for Blos. Oh, I know where she is. I remember now. Her nest is down here. It's very rare when Ian actually has something I want, so I don't really care to pay attention to where it's going. Los, on the other hand, is usually the holdout for your fire weapons, and as a result, I have to hunt him to damn near extinction. Holy, I don't see that. Agitator is activated, and then we're off. So remember, if you ever need money, you can always sell some of these parts for a little bit. You usually get a few thousand zenny for each thing. And where I'm at now, each upgrade costs like 30,000, so those carves do not actually completely cover the cost of an upgrade. Anyway, Bolero should be out here. It's just I don't know how to recognize it if it's burrowed. And it is possible it could be underground instead. There's an area underneath us. Okay, there it was. Where are the screeches at? So I think this is the second Blows I've ever hunted in this game. So for some clues. Is she down here? And yes, she is. So let's switch this over to screamer pods before we draw her attention. And she knows we're here. I actually should have switched over to the Icelands. So Blows traditionally has the loudest scream, like Elder Dragon level loud. Keep that in mind. So by staying so far away, we could kind of protect ourselves. And you could argue she's kind of like Barroth in that she does a lot of charging. It's just her horns are hard as hell. And remember, Blows is supposed to be the female of the species, like Ian is to Blows. So if you ever wonder why you want screamer pods for Blows, that's why. Now this looks like when she's enraged. In Try you can actually pull her out when she's raged. You had to wait it out. And I thought it was pretty good. So I don't know if that was Gaja Locker, the research paladin. I'm not afraid by him going to town. She does that twice, and her soft spot is actually her chest. You can see that the paralysis was not as effective the second time. Okay, time to get out. I'd say it's an improvement. So I lost sharpness, but the good news is the hard part of her body is overall I do value busting her corners with her tail. Hopefully you can see how strong she is just because oh, we made her cry. Okay, she's taking it. So let's get ready for round 2. So if you want blow parts, generally I believe you'd be like a greatsword user. So right there was her check. Try you get her horn stuck in materials, which would kind of leave her as a single duck and timid. I have yet to actually get her to get stuck in stuff. Well, there goes the palico. Spike. Stupid trap. And then other Monster Hunter games, you have to be careful about using shock traps on blows because she could destroy those by burrowing. So I'll find a stream on. Of course, the health booster would wear off. There's no way I could dodge that. It takes too long to beat Rogan away. Let's hope we don't go through that or something. So we'll get ready for the final battle here. We're going to be kind of close in time, too. Give me a Vigor Wasp station. Oh, crud, she's back already. So I didn't think the tail would go off that fast. So there you go. It's all them down. Keep in mind, Blows would have been a lot worse if she actually had full health. When you actually have to fight her, just keep in mind she's going to be a lot more annoying because those 3 screamer pods may not be quite enough. So we got a Blow's Fang, which I think is low rank material, another Carapace. And I can't really get anywhere from here, so there's no point in running anywhere. It's just grab whatever you can here. Make the trip a little bit more worthwhile. So one thing that does suck is I actually did not find any clues regarding Elder Dragons anywheres. I basically will just get the bonus for fighting here. And that's it. So, I'll show you how to do the Screamer Pods. We can take a look at... What's this? Oh, it's a bird wyvern. Damn it! Got my hopes up. Anyway, Kulu Ya-Ku scale. Beak, Monster Bone, Barroth Carapace. Another Blows Medulla. We get a Ridge. Advanced Armor Sphere, Blows Medulla. Ian Plate, Bird Wyvern Gem. Like, I don't know if I have any use for this. According to what it says in my box, I already have 3. That's how little value they have to me. So we broke Barroth's claws, we broke the Jyuratodus' face, and its back, Kulu Ya-Ku's head, as well as its forelimbs. This is the first time I've actually gotten a plume. Ian Carapace, Majestic Horn, so... very, very handy Blows material. And then Ridge for breaking her back. Took me 38 minutes for 5 monsters. And we have this miscellaneous crap. So, 60,000 zenny, courtesy of the voucher. Investigation progress has surged, and holy crap. So that was a silver crown largest Ian. I thought she was kind of big. A gold crown Blows, and a silver crown Kulu Ya-Ku. Wow. So that would explain why I was having so much trouble hitting her tail. I remember in Try when I fought a Gold Crown big one, I could barely reach it with the tip of my lance. It was seriously that big. This one didn't seem to be that large. And then remember, if you want to abuse elements, because that's your weapon type, shorts are sword and shield, I guess dual blades probably would use them pretty well too, or lance, feel free to duck into the base areas. Horizon Zero Dawn content. I don't know if that's something that actually affects me or not. So feel free to duck into base and go to the tent and change out your weapons. So hunt mine 15 times, check. 2 high rank brute wyverns, check. Soon. 2 investigations, why not? And flying wyvern. So in terms of the investigations I got off that, hunt Blows, this one gives you no gold, so it's garbage. Kulu Ya-Ku if you need bird wyvern gems, go for it. I don't. This one, like, it pays a little bit better, that's the thing. Trade-off is you can only faint once, and you only have 30 minutes. That one's a maybe. This one, you have to deal with basil juice. No gold, no point in doing it. For Ian, don't need any of her crap, don't need any of his crap. Pink Ian, I don't know if she has anything special, so we'll leave her be. For Barroth, this would be handy if you're trying to farm his materials. This has high pay. The double blows thing, but there's no gold, so nope. No to Kulu Ya-Ku, no to that one. And then this one's a maybe. You have to deal, like, to give you 5 feints, a very high amount of pay, 2 golds because there's probably all sorts of monsters roaming when you're doing this one. And then if you want to deal with black blows, there you go. So, real quick, we will check in with the Eco Dude.
A considerable
As I said, that was
accomplishment.
my second blows. Let's see, Kushala fought 1. Still haven't fought Lavasioth. I don't know if I actually need anything off of it. Pink Ian, you can see I fought once. Kyrian once. And second blows. So I was using its worst element next to fire. Ice, you can see, is the best, followed by water, then dragon. It paralyzes fairly easily, as we found out due to the research palico and miscellaneous stuff there. Anyway, screamer pods. So if you need these, talk to the melder.
Oh my.
So you want to meld items. You can make trank bombs if you're so inclined. It's just these are easier to make otherwise. Dash juice, this one's a little tempting because I don't know if there's a better way to get it. So you could just screw around with this or find something else. I don't know, your call. I don't judge. You need various traps. Dragon ammo is new to me. Elder Seal imbued, packs punch against monsters weak to dragon. Bleh. Anyway, so this is where I got my screamer pods. So take a material that you have quite a bit of. We can use Jagras Banes. It's kind of depressing, I have 45 of these. We can do 10 of these and 10 of these. So if we choose to meld, that will give me 20 screamer pods. There you go. So if you want to fight blows, that's how you make it easier. And then real quick, we'll peek at her armor and everything so I can tell you what all it's good for. If you're curious about Kushala, it's a great sword set, I'd say.
Want something making?
So forging armor, you can see Kushala right here. I've never made this armor in other games, so I can't quite comment. But you can see ice attack, handicraft focus. Focus makes it so that you can charge up your attacks faster. So this will work for hammers and great swords. I don't know if anything else actually does charge. Maybe the gun lance. Evade window, so that's really handy for dodging. If you're not familiar with how it works, so when you use a dodge move, either the overly dramatic dive or just rolling, it makes you invulnerable for a little bit longer. So when you're charging your hammer or just doing whatever, you get a little bit more evasive. The sad part is, well, I would like the handicraft, it's just... if I did anything, it'd probably be this one, and sadly that requires the gem. It looks like most of the chestplate pieces do. Anyway, ice attack, evade extender. So this one's a little bit different than the other one. This makes it so that you move further when you use your evade moves, the roll, the overly dramatic dive, even my sidestep since I'm using a lance. And then this will max out the evade extender. If you have 3 pieces of the Kushala set, then you can nullify wind pressure, so wind shear is no longer a problem for you. The reason why Kushala gives you this is because, hands down, that is the single worst wind shear abuser in the entire Monster Hunter franchise. It is seriously worse than Los. Los is actually pretty tame in this game anyway. So anyway, blows time. So you get critical draw. That is usually what you want to use with great swords, because with great swords, since you deal a lot of damage in your attacks, you sheath and unsheath very frequently. So this makes it so that you crit more often when you draw. Then this one is, as you get lower and lower in health, you will get stronger and take less damage. As for this, so as your weapon gets duller, you... Wow. So this is pretty good for hammers because it increases the odds of stunning. And then this one even better for hammers, because if you don't have an element, you get to hit harder. They don't tell you the exact numbers happening. Anyway, Slugger, that makes it easier for you to knock stuff out, so this is looking like it's a hammer set. Let's see, Rogues, tremor resistant, so while you're gaining position to just lay your hammer into their face, they can't displace you by shaking the ground. Marathon Runner, this makes it so that you don't lose stamina as quickly once again for your hammer as it's charging. This makes it so you can hold your charge longer. And there you go. So not bad if you want to hammer stuff. But yeah, I'm good to call it quits here. So I don't know what I'm going to do next. I may move forward in the storyline. She has something for me. New specialized tool, need help with the materials, fiery convergence, hunt Lavasioth, so I can't hold it off for too much longer. I'm going to have to bite the bullet and deal with it. That is a Piscean wyvern, so yeah. If you want to do those bounties, you don't have to do it against Jyuratodus. You have one other option. But I've rambled on long enough. I'm the Hero of Light.